1590 WAKR, 24 minutes in front of 10 o'clock here. And joining us late right now here on 1590 WAKR is Joe Fortunato. He's an Akron native, but certainly he's gone on to do great things with the Fortunato Film School. He's has his Arizona State University film professor, and again, from Akron. And he's coming back to Akron. As a matter of fact, Sunday, he's going to come back a couple of times, February, April, and June, to do these unique film schools on these movies. And it was a big hit the first time around. They're bringing him in for 3, and I really like to see his film school on all 3 of these upcoming movies. But Joe will be in this Sunday for Casablanca, and Joe now joins us live here on 1590 WAKR. Joe, first of all, talk about the premise of this film school, and then we'll get into Casablanca a little bit.
Sure, Ray, and thanks again for having me on. Fortunato Film School is something I started a few years ago in Arizona. And basically what I do, I sort of call it a book club for film lovers. And basically what I do is we'll screen a classic film, and obviously it doesn't get much more classic than Casablanca this week, but we'll screen a classic film. I'll spend about 5 minutes kind of introducing the film, talking about it, a little bit of the backstory. Then we'll screen the film, and this is where it's unique that at least I've never seen anyone else do this. I will do live commentary there in the theater with a laser pointer. I'll pause and make some comments, show people how to watch a film, some trivia, mistakes. That's always a popular thing that are on screen that people haven't noticed before. And then afterwards, we'll take a real short break, and then we'll have a discussion, question and answer, just discuss the film, how does it live up to its reputation, things like that. So it's a very unique way to share my love of film and to present a classic in a new and fresh way. And it's designed for people, if you've never seen the film, come out and see it. You're going to enjoy it. I'm not going to make a nuisance of myself interrupting the film. If you have seen the film, then you're going to want to hear some of the backstory and learn more about a film that you probably already love.
That's what I was going to say, Joe. With this film school, you're able to point out some unique things where maybe people will look at this, and I think they will. They'll look at these films like they've never looked at them before.
That's my goal, and it's a fun thing. It's called film school because it sort of rolls off the tongue a little bit, but it's certainly not I got to study for this and I have to be prepared and I have to take notes and all that kind of stuff. It's not, dry film theory rhetoric kind of things. It's much more of a fun, hey, look at this great film. I'm going to tell you some trivia, some backstory about it, point out some mistakes that you may have not have noticed, and people that have seen the film, and there's a lot of people that have seen Casablanca, obviously, hopefully will come away with a new appreciation. But again, I want to reiterate, I don't want to leave behind people who've never seen the film, and you got to check that one off your bucket list because it's a big film. So we want to make sure that they have a good time too.
This is coming up Sunday at the main library stage in downtown Akron, 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Without giving away the whole film school, can you tease us with one little part from Casablanca then, Joe?
Sure, I can give a couple of things. And just before I do that, let me just remind everybody, you're absolutely right. It is at the downtown library, 60 South High Street. I want to reiterate that this is a free event. It doesn't cost anything to come. And maybe even more importantly, parking is free on Sunday at the library. So you don't have to worry about parking. You don't have to worry about cost of a ticket. It's all free. So that said, Casablanca is sort of famously the legendary film critic Roger Ebert called Casablanca the one film that everybody seems to love. People that don't like black and white movies like Casablanca. People that don't like old movies like Casablanca. People that don't like romances like Casablanca, and so on and so forth. So I think it's sort of just the movie gods come together, and everything kind of came together with unique stars to make it sort of a classic, beloved film. There's so many great lines. I think about 6 lines from this movie are on the top 100 greatest lines of all time, according to the American Film Institute. That's a lot out of 100. So it's even if people have never seen the film, they know it. It's part of our culture. Some of the fun trivia, I think, Humphrey Bogart was not a tall man. So Ingrid Bergman, who is his co-star here, was taller than him. So they're always having to shoot scenes to make him appear taller. Either she would slouch on a couch next to him, or he would have to stand on an apple box or shoe lifts or whatever to make him taller. And not to break the myth of Humphrey Bogart and the wonderful, amazing star that he is, but he was not a tall man.
I never knew that. When you say not tall, was he what, 5'9", 5'10", basically?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I wish I had an actual answer exactly his height, but that's probably about right.
That's
and
interesting.
Ingrid Bergman was sort of a tall woman, so to be fair. And another sort of piece, you asked for one, I'll tease you too. Humphrey Bogart was not the first person that was considered for Casablanca. In fact, someone that was considered to play the role of Rick in Casablanca was none other than a young actor named Ronald Reagan.
Wow. And now, I have to tell you, and you probably the same way here, and with us is Joe Fortunato, and of course, Arizona State University Film School. We talked coming to the main library, Akron native. I can't see anyone else in that role, to be honest with you, but it would be interesting with Ronald Reagan. You also got April 14th, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's another Sunday. You got The Graduate, which is another great film.
Exactly.
And then June 9th, I'm not missing this one. 2 o'clock, you've got Steven Spielberg's blockbuster Jaws. Can't wait for these things.
Well, that's my favorite movie of all time, so you don't want to miss that one.
I can't wait.
On that one.
All right, so Joe, and you mentioned it, free, right? When we're talking about this coming Sunday with Casablanca, there's free parking downtown. Come on in, first come, first serve, and take it in. I think it's great stuff, and I think it's wonderful creative programming by the Akron Summit County Public Library. And a big thank for you for coming back and doing this for all of us. Great stuff.
Well, I love doing it, and I really appreciate their support, and we'd love to have everybody come on down.
All right, thanks, Joe. Appreciate the time.
Thanks, Ray.
All right, Joe Fortunato with us this morning again. That film school happening this Sunday at the Akron Summit County Public Library, the main library downtown. And again, Sunday, 2 o'clock, Casablanca this Sunday. We'll remind you more as we get closer in April and in June with The Graduate and also Jaws. 17 minutes in front of 10 o'clock, 1590 WAKR.